After what ended up being a disastrous debate for Donald Trump last night, Fox News went into overdrive to try to sell that it was a good thing that happened. That Donald Trump he won because he had a lot of memorable lines, is what Jesse Waters said, which I'm going to get to. The thing that I do want to talk about, though, before this is that look, we know, I don't need to give you any more evidence that Fox News is an absolute just propaganda mill, that's all they're doing. They are not a news organization, that their straight news reporters are not there to actually report the news. They are there to put their thumb on the scale for Donald Trump. They're working in lockstep with his campaign to paint the best possible picture, even in the light of a nonsense debate performance that will go down in history as maybe the most unhinged moment in presidential debates. So when Bret Baier on the news set, delivering news and analysis, when they throw to whose opinion, what do you think? How did tonight go? Jesse Waters. It tells you everything you need to know about the operation over at News Corp at Fox News. And that's exactly what happened. Bret Baier, the guy who golfs with Donald Trump and hangs out on holidays at Mar-a-Lago, the straight news anchor over there, their flagship straight newsman, he cuts to Jesse Waters, who is just mired in bewilderment. He is apoplectic about what he just witnessed and how even he, a serial liar and sycophant, how's he going to spin this? And this is how he did that.
Jesse, your thoughts?
I don't think the American people are watching and thinking any of these people won. This was rough. This was pretty intense at times. She started off shaky. She regained her footing. But I thought she was going to come out with some of these memorable lines. All the memorable lines were from Donald Trump. Run, spot, run. Shh, 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 I'm speaking. Does that sound familiar? Wake Joe Biden up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and go get him to sign this thing to close the border. I took a bullet because you said I was a threat to democracy. And they're eating the pets. You know, you watch this thing, if you're a Democrat, you're like, oh, she did a great job. She was much more forceful than Joe Biden. If you're a Republican, you look at this and you're like, that's Donald Trump. He had some moments where you were like, oh my God, where are we going with this? And then he just had some great knockouts. And so this race just got tighter.
This race, most assuredly, did not just get tighter. This race, you will see a division created, even greater than it is now. Kamala Harris will absolutely, I'm calling it now, just like Jesse Waters, except I will be right, there will be a bump for Kamala Harris. Because people watch this expecting to see two serious candidates, and they only got one. Now, Donald Trump, speaking of the polls, took to what they call Spin Alley on the site of the debate, wandered in there and started rambling like a guy on an apple box screaming about Jesus on a street corner and rattling off numbers. And you can, the camera, this is Fox News, so, you know, what are you going to do? The camera movement is all frenetic, really adding to the hectic nature of the clip. But you hear reporters screaming out things at him like, where are you getting these numbers, bro? It's chaos. And watch Donald Trump proclaiming seconds after walking off the debate stage that he won, and these are the numbers to prove it. Watch this.
It was the best debate I've ever personally that I've had. We're getting polls that show 92 to 6, 88 to 11. We're having a lot of great polls that just came out there. Full polls and lots of other polls, but you see the polls. A very important debate. Now, she wants to do another one because she got beaten tonight, but I don't know.
Why wouldn't you look at her?
The polls are indicating that we got 90%, 60%, 72%, 71%, and 89%.
Where are you getting these numbers from?
Very good. But beyond the polls, I felt very good. I had a good time doing it. I hate to speak about our country so negatively, but that's what happened. They ruined our country. They destroyed our country. So I hope you're all having a good time.
I'm a madman, crazy lies, conspiracies. I hope you're having a good time. Why wouldn't you look at her? One guy yells. Poignant question. Love an answer. Where are you getting these numbers from? Donald Trump. Well, I went and looked, like, where is he getting these numbers from? I figured at the very least, you go to his True Social, you're going to be able to see some of this. So these are what he posted yesterday, 11:10 p.m., 11:12 p.m., 11:24 p.m., 12:09 a.m. Leading report. Who won the debate? 91%, said Trump. Super scientific. By the way, if you notice, none of these except for the Newsmax one, which we'll get to, very funny. None of them are even finished yet. They still have nearly a day left. 91%. 78% from the Insider paper. That was leading report. Insider paper, don't know what any of these are. 78% that Trump won. Not finished yet. Tucker Carlson's Daily Caller, 73% said Trump won. The moderators got 19%. But really, if you really want to drill down on what the whole of America believes about the performance of these two presidential candidates in this presidential debate, who do you go to? Do you go to the Associated Press? Do you go to Reuters? Do you go to Ipsos? Do you go to a more standard, respected polling place? No. You go to a Newsmax snap poll. Who won the debate? Dun, dun, dun. 93% Donald Trump. It just tells you the ecosystem, the cesspool in which Donald Trump swims, that these are his numbers. He cannot be faced with reality or objectivity. What he needs is yes men. What he needs is a safe space for himself to make him feel good. And look, I've asked this question before multiple times over the course of several years. I don't know. Maybe Donald Trump does believe it now that he's insulated himself from reality so much that when it does come time for him to lose, he's actually shocked by it because wait a minute, I thought that we won the debate by 93%. What? I don't know. But this is clearly where he got these numbers from, is all of these particular organizations that he was rattling off. Incorrect based on what he posted, but that's because these numbers were still coming in when he was checking his True Social feed. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a voicemail. You can also comment below. That is great. Helps YouTube to shove this content into new viewers' periphery at the very least, and that is great. You can also call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, you can always email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider supporting my work, helping produce these videos. You can click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. If there are other people on this platform or others that do this work and they bring you more value, support those people. It is important more now than ever in the independent media space. I'm sure they would appreciate it too. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. I'd love to see you there, and I will see you next time. Be genuine until then, and take care of one another.